Hello, Nick. So, in an effort to prove that I play more than just Napoleonics, thought I'd kind of do a little video on this game today. Judgemint, with a little mint to dot the I, of the Realm Lords. And in the theme of mint, it comes in a little mint tin, and it supposedly fits back in here, but I'm gonna have to watch a video for when that time comes. But I don't know, just kind of just give you a little survey here. You got a nice little map that you wander around. There's all these nice little colored cubes that start out on the map and represent different levels of monsters that you encounter. Got a little token for where you're at. And there's little towns dotted on each column and row that have certain wares they offer that you can buy. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to kill the I can't remember what the big guy's name is, the Death Lord, or three of the other realm lords, and they are the red cubes. And so far, I've been able to kill one of them. Um, and you're trying to do it all before the doom clock runs out. And if so, we are one away from the game ending, and I've been playing on the easy level to learn it. So we're getting close. So I've got to work fast, or I'll lose the game because the Death Lord will come and take over everything. I am playing Hugroth the Veteran, and I'm down to 3 gold. I love this thing. This got some heft to it. Little marker. This is my current experience that I have building up. And I've used experience over time to increase my magic ability, my hand-to-hand ability. Haven't done my archery because I was able to buy this piercing bow earlier on, which tied with my +2 innate gives me +4 for archery. So done these upgrades. I've upgraded my energy once, and I think I've upgraded my hit points 3 times. But and then here's some of the things that I've bought over time. But we'll kind of get to that as I do combat. So I think when I first saw this game, I thought it looked interesting. I don't know if you've ever heard of Runebound. It's kind of like a take on that. Um, in a little quicker way. I think I borrowed Runebound from Eric one time and played it a few times. It was interesting. Can be a long game. It's got kind of the same thing: archery, melee, magic, and but those I think you can kind of decide what you use. This you gotta kind of put some thought on it. And with the combat system, originally I was like, man, I don't know if I really care about that, but I think the combat system is really what makes this game the most interesting. So I've been playing it for a while. As I said, I'm pretty much close to the end where I'm going to have to complete the objectives or I'm going to lose. And I thought I'd just kind of I came down from the map. I was in this town here, and I moved down and encountered a red cube. And whenever you encounter a cube of any type, you pull out its corresponding card. So there's green monster level, yellow monster level, blue, and then the red is the hardest, which is the Realm Lords. So when you encounter a creature, you roll 1 die, and you put the marker on whoever it is. So I rolled a 1. I've encountered the Plague Lord. And the Plague Lord, right away, he's got a before combat test. I have to test against magic and come up with a 10. And if I fail, I can't defend for the whole combat, which means if I get into a bad shape, I won't be able to have a chance at fleeing. But I passed that. Then you roll for the enemy type. And this is what makes it pretty interesting, I think. So the enemy type I rolled was quick. So this kind of changes what the monster strategy is going to do. So with quick, he's got 3 archery, 2 melee, and 1 magic. So that's all he's going to do in some combination of those. And you're going to draw this card to randomly determine his stance. That's what that's called. So he's got 5 health, which I already have marked. And yeah, so let's get into it. So first things first. So based on what's enemy type they are, you kind of come up with your own stance. So you declare, I'm just starting this combat, so I'm gonna attack him. The other option would be to defend, and then I have to decide whether I'm going to go melee, magic, or archery. And so based on this, he's going to come up with archery 3 times, melee twice, and magic once. And I think I'm gonna try to play the odds, and I'm gonna try to start with magic. So if he comes up with archery, I've countered him, and I'll get to roll 3 dice and take the 2 highest. If he comes up with melee, which means he counters me, I have to roll 3 dice and take the 2 lowest. And then if he comes out with magic, then we're just pretty much the same, and I'm going to get to roll 2 dice and take whatever. And you see here, if he's in the archery stance, my target to hit him is 13, and if I fail, he'll do 1 damage. In melee, my target's 11, and if he hits me, he's going to do 4 damage. And then magic, target's at 12, and he'll do 2 damage. So he's a tough hombre. So we're pointing it quick here for enemy type. Let's see what his first stance is going to be. And he comes out with melee, which means he's going to counter me. So I'm going to have to hit a target of 11, and I'm going to have to do it with the 2 lowest dice. I do have let's see, on magic. On magic, I've got a +3, and I have some other options I might be able to use if I get close. So not bad. So I got to take the 8. So 8 + 3 is 11. Hey, my target was 11, so I hit him. So my damage for magic is just a 1. So we'll apply that damage. However, I have a couple of runes here that I've bought. This one I can add +1 to my roll and deal another damage, and it's also got the added benefit of I can keep that dice result for the next time. But I think I'm going to use my Rune of Pain, so I can exhaust this and spend an energy, and I can deal 3 extra damage. So I'm going to spend the energy, exhaust this, and then that's 3 more damage. 1, 2, 3, and I've got this guy down to 1 already. All right, so now we go back to the top of the combat round, and I have to decide what stance am I going to do. So he came out. So he's a quick guy. So he came out with. So I think what I'm going to do is. So you have to switch every turn, but you can spend an energy to stay in the same stance. So I'm going to spend an energy, and I'm going to stay in the magic stance, and hopefully I can get him this time. So he's quick, and he's coming out with archery. So I counter him. So I get to roll 3 dice and take the top 2. And let's see. So he's in archery. So my target's going to be 13. And if I fail, he's going to do 1 damage to me. Oh, so kind of a middling roll, 6. I've got +2 for my skill, and then I've got +2 with my bow. So I'm going to end up with a 10. I needed... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Scratch that. That's the only bad thing with this game is sometimes I get confused because he's in archery skill. I was starting to apply my archery abilities, but I'm in the magic skill. So I rolled a 6. I have 3 in magic, so I just get a 9, and I've got to get a 13. Now I could expend an energy and re-roll that because that's once per combat. I have that ability with Hogroth. But I don't know. 13 is... kind of tough. I have to have a big roll. I need to roll a 10 with my +3. I could roll a 9 and then exhaust that to hit it, but that seems tough. I almost feel like maybe I should just take the 1 damage and be done with it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll take the 1 damage. All right. All right, so next round, I think I'm going to switch to archery or whatever, however you'd like to range combat, I guess you could say it is. So let's see what he goes to. He's going to go to magic, that little devil. All right, so now I roll 3 dice, and I got to take the lowest, and his magic target is 12. And if I fail, he's going to do 2 damage. Well, this kind of sucks. So 5, 7. I do have +4 total with my ranged skill. So 11, but that's not enough. And I don't have any way to boost that 1. I feel like I don't think I want to use my reroll yet. Especially since I got to take the 2 lowest. So we're going to take 2 more damage. 1, 2. All right. So far he has used, and you can be as much of a jerk to yourself in this game as you want. You can say you can't go back and see what he's used, or you can just say, yeah, I know. So he's used close up. So he's used 1 of each. So he's got no more magic. Man, I want to use my. You know what? Let's go back to magic. And let's see what he does. Oh, that jerk. So he's got me again. He counters me with melee. So I'm going to have to roll and take the 2 lowest. Yeah, that's real bad. So 3, I'm pretty much hosed on that. So he's using melee. Ooh, that's 4 damage. All right, so I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm going to exhaust my chainmail to cancel 2 of those. So I'm down to 3 health. I really need to. Gosh, had such an amazing first round. So he's got. Does he have just? I think he's got just ranged left. Yeah, just ranged left. So I'm going to spend an energy to stay in magic. We flip this over, and he's in ranged. So my target's a 13. That's the only bad thing with this. His ranged. It's tough for me to hit. But that will do it. So since I countered him, I take the top 2. So 15 plus 3. Oh, not 15. What am I saying? So 11 plus 3 makes it a 14. I hit him. I do 1 damage, which is enough to kill him. Boom. All right. And I get, he's got 6 gold as the reward. So I'm at 3, so I go up to 9. So there you go. I hope that kind of gave you a little taste of the combat. Some of the other stuff I didn't use. I bought this cursed blade because I get kind of annoyed. Like my best attack is melee. I do 2 damage, and I only do 1 with the others. Mm-hmm. And I've got some ways that I can deal extra damage with my magic. But I saw this cursed blade where it'll do +2 when I do melee. But if I miss, I lose a health. But when I attack up close, with melee, I gain a +1 to my attack roll for every 2 hit points I'm down. But so that kind of helps mitigate it, but it's the dangerous. So I defeated him. So that's my second of 3. So I got to defeat 1 more to save the realm. This puts me. I've got like 8 experience, but I think I think I'm headed to level 9, so I need one more experience. I could try to kill a blue creature, but I think time wise, there's not enough time. I think I need to go for one of the other red ones. So that's combat. After the combat phase, you go to, if let's see, we're not in a town, so experience and level up. I don't have enough experience to level up. Recover, you gain one energy, and you reset all your exhausted cards. I didn't show this card. I've got it a before combat card where I make a straight archery roll, and if I hit, I would have dealt a damage right away, but I failed that. These I used that one, so you know what that one is. This I mentioned that that would have added one to my combat roll for magic, and then I would have dealt an extra damage. And then this one, before the movement phase, I can spend energy to regain health, and then if I'm trying to escape, this allows me to re-roll once. So that was so I recovered. Now the doom phase. So the doom track, currently the target's 12. So if I roll boxcars here, the game's over, and I don't. So that makes that go down. So the next time 11 or higher, and the doom clock's going to advance and end. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll come back and kind of go over the rest of the game after I finish up. But I hope that kind of gave you a taste of combat. I think this is pretty interesting. How, you know what kind of distribution their attack stances are going to be in, and so you got to kind of plan accordingly. I think it's pretty cool. So I'll come back and kind of talk about the rest of the game later. You know what? I might as well go over a little of the game here as I'm going. So back to the top of the turn, you roll, and if you're at full health, you roll 2 dice, and you can pick whichever one you want. I mean, obviously, you'd pick the highest. Since I'm not at full health, you only roll 1 die, and I rolled a 1. So I was here. So I don't have enough movement to get to one of the other red creatures, or even to enter the mountains here. But I do have enough here to enter this town called War Camp, which I definitely am going to do. Since I can't get to the creatures, I might as well. So that's movement. If there was a cube there, then we'd go through that whole combat sequence that I introduced you to previously. But since we don't have that, now we go to town. So I could buy anything they have out. Originally, when the game starts, there's only one in each town, and the first time you visit it, you put the cards that aren't out there. So this is a weapon, and so like if this was the first time that I visited this town, I would also pull the top armor card and then the top trinket card. But they don't replenish. Like once those are out, that's what you have available in the game. But I don't want that because my piercing bow gives me a +2, which is better. What I want to do is, in the war camp. So each town has a special ability. So the war camp, move any experience cubes from any combat stats to any others, paying 1 gold per cube. So I could kind of change my orientation here if something's not working for me. So I could like pay 1 gold and move that cube over. But I think it's fine right now the way it is. So shoot, I forget where my gold was. Did I move it? So I was at 3. I defeated him for 6. So I should be at 9. Okay. So I already did this kind of. So I pay 1 gold, and if you do that in a town, you can reset your energy all the way to the top. And then for each gold you pay, you can recover 1 health. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold to recover up to full. So I'm back to full strength, and So now I need to hope that the turn, or I got to hope that the roll is under an 11 so that I have a chance to go at the another one of the realm lords. And close. So it does not end, and the realm lives another day. So I need to roll on 2 dice since I'm at full. I need to roll a 2. So as long as I don't roll snake eyes, I'll be able to get to that spot. So, all right, so high die is a 6. I don't need that much. I just need 2. So I move in here. So I don't think I'll fight out this whole thing unless it seems really interesting. But we can go through it. So I roll a d6, and that'll determine what realm lord I'm going to fight. So a 5. So that's on the other side. So that is the Blade Lord. So your items cancel 1 fewer damage when used. Oh, so let's see. The only thing that I have that cancels is my chainmail. So that's only going to cancel one damage if I use it. This guy's pretty tough. 12, 13, 11. Does 5 damage with the ranged skill. All right, so now let's see which enemy stance he's going to have. Yeah, a 6, so he's clever. So I'm going to have to shuffle these up, but he's going to have 1. Well, that's good at least. He's only got 1 of his big attack. So 1 ranged, 2 melee, and 3 magic. So, all right. So I don't know. Let me pause this, and maybe I'll go through it again. All right, so I've got those shuffled. I've got that lined up to clever. One thing I think I need to do is I need to maybe have another die, because I could like roll like 2 colored die. I could roll which realm or which creature you're attacking and their type, with 1 roll. And then I can also keep that die around to remind myself. Sometimes this gets a little jostled, and if I step away, I come back and I'm like, oh crap. What kind of creature was that? All right, so I'm going to use my before combat ability here, my stinging sling, and I'm going to make a ranged attack against his, which is a 12. So this is going to be, I don't think I've ever hit with this, maybe once in the whole game. And I don't allow myself to add my +2 because since that comes from the piercing bow, doesn't make sense to use it there. So I've got +2 to this with my base range skill. So I need a 10 or greater to do anything, and I don't. So that's done. That's to be expected. All right. This is probably, I'm basically going to make this a fight to the death, because if I kill this guy, I win the game. If I lose, I'm sure the doom clock's going to expire anyways. All right, so he does a lot of magic. He does only 1 range, so I think maybe I'll start out with melee. Let's see how many. He's got 6. So this is one of my better ways that I can do damage. So if I can get lucky here, that would be awesome. All right, so see, I already moved it. So clever, what's his stance going to be? Magic, excellent. You know what? And I'm just to help myself, I'm going to put this here to try to remind me of what his stance is. All right, so I counter him. So I am currently at full health, so I don't do any damage. He's magic, so the target's going to be 11. I've got +2, +3. So come on, I really need to start things out good. And remember, I'm using my cursed blade, so if I miss, I'm going to hurt myself. That looks pretty good. So 5 and a 4. I add 3 to it. That's a 12. And so that's equal to or greater, so that hits. So I do 2 damage with my base skill, and then my cursed blade does 2 more. So I do 4 damage to him and take him down to 2 points right away. This is starting off very nice. All right. So which stance do we think he's gonna stay in now? I'm almost tempted to go to magic. Yeah, I think we'll go to magic, and we'll see what happens here. So clever. So he's got me. He's countering me. So I'm gonna take the two lowest. Oh, that sucks. What's his? So oh, he's even better. 13 is his target for me now. It's gonna be tough to do on the lows. So 2 and a 5. So I could own. So that add 3 to that. So I got 10. I could make it an 11, but he is in. I need a 13. So I'm going to miss regardless. There's nothing I can do. So he's going to do 3 points of damage to me. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna use this right away. So that since his special ability does 1 fewer, it only does me 1. Well, now with my Ring of Hate, if I am in the melee stance, I'll get +1 to my roll. All right, so right now, so he's done melee, and he's done magic. So he's got 2 magic, a melee, and the archery. I think I'll. I think I'll go back to melee, and we will hope that we get lucky here. Let's see what he's got. He's magic, yes. So we counter him. So we're going to get all 3 dice. Target 11. Come on. We could end it right here. So that's not looking bad. So 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Plus 1 because I'm missing 2, which puts me at 12, I believe. His target's 11. I'm going to do 2 plus 2. I'm going to do 4. Boom. We have defeated the Blade Lord, which I have defeated 3 of the Realm Lords, and I did it in the nick of time, which probably isn't very impressive since I was playing on the easy level. But there you go. That's kind of a taste of this game. I think it's a pretty cool little game. I like Altoids, so this is right at home for me, having this in a little tin. So yeah, I don't know what else I can really show on setup. So these cards each have. Man, I can't grab these. So these cards each have 2 terrain on them. Basically, you shuffle all these up and you start laying them out. So you've got like 3 columns and 6 rows, and you have to, for it to be legal, there has to be. And so because of this, then it turns out that it's what makes it 6 columns with the half cards and 6 rows. And you have to, so for it to be legal, then you have 1 town in each column and also each row. So you just gotta, if you're laying out and the row's not going to be legal, you just move it down and stuff. And then what is it? Then you put 1. So you start with 2 of each of these spread out through here. So you take the top 2 cards of each, shuffle it up, and then lay it out. And then the first time you visit that, then you put the rest of the cards out. And each town has certain special things. So like this allows you to trade your stats for gold apiece. This one you can swap 2 enemies, so you could, if you wanted to switch those around, you could. I mean, even across the board, like you want to, move harder enemies away from you for now. What's this other one? Oh, you can heal 1 just for going in there. This one, you fill your energy for free. You get +1 gold for selling. Oh yeah, if you want to sell things, it's half of what you paid for it. So if I would want to go sell my cursed blade, I'd only get 4 back, because it cost me 8. And then the final town, oh, Marketon. And there's one, so you put out the 2 cards that you're missing, and then you get to decide which other card you want out. And there you go. And you start depending on your level, or how hard you want it to be. So I started out with easy, so it resets to 12 as the target each time, and you can decide if you'd want to do medium or hard. Hard seems like it would go down quick, because I would roll high quite a bit and move in that doom clock. So there you go. There's all kinds of different different characters you can play. Some are more magic based, some are more military based. A lot of variety, and I mean that's pretty much the same like Runebound. They had like tons of expansions, tons of characters. I think in that you could even get like allies and stuff, which there could be expansions to this. I would think eventually that could do such things. So there you go, just a little taste of something non-Napoleonic that I'm doing. I think I might play. I don't know. I might pick somebody else, play one more game of it. Maybe go down to the medium level and see how it goes. And then I need to find that video that shows me how to put this all back in there. All right, there you go. Kind of again, I don't know video wise how active I'm going to be. I got a gaming weekend with my with old Dan, what we call him. Like you've heard of like large adult son. Well, we call our Dan. He's our dumb adult nephew. He'll be coming over before too long, and I gotta figure out what we're gonna play and such. So yeah, that'll be fun. I don't think we'll play this. This is a 1-player game. I guess you could put another person on there, but I think it'd be really hard when you go fight the Realm Lords, because you might not have enough level ups to help you. So I did find also, like, I got maxed out on money quite a bit. So it's like you gotta use that money, because you're only supposed to go up to 14. You can always keep track beyond that, but that seems like cheating. You gotta use that money or lose it. So there you go. All right. We will talk to you all later. Bye.